I guarantee you, this kid is never playing this game again. The Online Citizen reports that a boy from Bangladesh who was playing hide-and-seek with friends was trapped inside a shipping container which traveled 1,000 miles and ended up in Malaysia. A 45-year-old shipping operator informed the police that the boy had been discovered in the container at the Westport area of Port Klang. Medical officers attended to the boy, and he was later sent to a hospital for further medical examination. According to the boy, he had entered the container while playing with some friends and ended up getting locked inside unintentionally. He says he then fell asleep, unaware that he was on board a ship departing from the port, and arrived at Klang's Westport 5 days later. Malaysia's Home Minister said there was no evidence to suggest the involvement of human trafficking syndicates. I guess there was no tree to hide behind in the game? Next time, I bet the kid's gonna look for a tree.
Call this one karma or an act of God. You decide. The Catholic news agency reports that a drunken thief was injured after falling on the sword of a statue of St. Michael the Archangel that he was trying to steal from a church in Monterrey, Mexico. Local media reported that 32-year-old Carlos Alonso allegedly went to the Christ the King parish in downtown Monterrey to rob the church. In the early morning darkness, Alonso reportedly jumped over the fence in front of the church entrance, broke a glass door, and entered the church. While trying to flee with a statue of St. Michael the Archangel, the alleged thief tripped and fell on the angel's sword, seriously injuring his neck. Some passerby saw the wounded man at the church doors and called for medical help. After stabilizing the injured man, the rescuers took him to a clinic to be treated and to get more information about the damage that may have been caused. The suspect was subsequently turned over to the public prosecutor's office. As for the statue, it was unharmed.
Somebody needs to explain to this girl the benefits of playing hard to get. The Mirror reports that a woman drove her ex-boyfriend to the brink of suicide with more than 1,000 text messages pleading with him to rekindle their broken romance. 28-year-old Michelle Felton was so infatuated with Ryan Harley that she called or messaged him up to 150 times each day after he ended their relationship. Felton sent her ex multiple messages every day asking him, "Why won't you speak to me? I love you. Are we meeting tonight? Are we going out?" Harley eventually called the police when Felton began leaving gifts on his doorstep. Felton admitted to harassment after her not guilty plea to coercive behavior was accepted by prosecutors. She was banned from contacting Harley for 18 months and sentenced to an 18-month community order along with 30 days of rehabilitative activity. Oh, and in case you're interested in Miss Felton's relationship status, she reportedly has a new boyfriend. Good luck to him. I guess he doesn't read the news. He doesn't do background checks. Because personally, I would have not gotten together with Michelle.
Is obnoxious anonymity even possible? One company seems to think so. New Atlas reports that a clothing company says its visually confusing and extremely pricey cotton knits are designed to throw off artificial intelligence facial recognition technology by fooling machine learning systems into thinking you're an animal and not a human. There are plenty of reasons why people might not want to be tracked by widespread facial recognition software. You can fool most of these machines by wearing a mask, but an Italian fashion house called Capable has come up with a creative solution that stops AI systems in their tracks, even with your face fully exposed. Their collection uses a range of patterns that look strange and flamboyant to humans, but incorporate details and cues that trigger AI systems into writing your entire body off as a zebra, dog, or giraffe rather than as a human shape, preventing them from bothering to analyze and find a match for your face. Capable launched a Kickstarter campaign to help fund this new collection, but the results weren't promising, with 36 people choosing to support the project out of 90 available spots. So maybe the world isn't ready for this level of privacy. But in case you are, go to capable.design to buy yourself some zebra pants.
This guy is definitely destined for great things. The Morgan County Citizen in Georgia reports that officers from the Madison Police Department were called to a Walmart regarding a man allegedly skip-scanning items at the self-checkout area. They arrived to find that the 28-year-old Marcus Rashad Tull had skip-scanned 24 items, meaning he passed them over the self-checkout counter without it recording the cost of the item. Officers reviewed video surveillance and confirmed that Tull had not paid for items totaling approximately $165. While he was being arrested for shoplifting, Tull asked officers if they would let him keep the items he had in fact paid for before he was taken to jail. The police agreed, and Tull directed the officers to his vehicle with the items he could prove he had purchased. An officer, using Tull's key fob, popped open the trunk to place the items for safekeeping, and the shoplifting charges became an afterthought. Yeah, you guessed it. The car contained 37 pounds of marijuana, as well as some suspected psychedelic mushrooms and THC vape pens. According to Assistant Chief of Police Colin Campbell, the arrest and confiscation of the suspected marijuana marks one of the biggest drug busts in the department's history. And all because the guy tried to skip out on paying for some stuff at Walmart. Along with shoplifting, Tull is also charged with possession of marijuana with the intent to traffic, possession of drug paraphernalia or objects, trafficking in marijuana, and 2 counts illegal possession of a controlled substance. I would love for Tull to be like, "No, I wasn't trying to sell or traffic the weed, that's all for me," and then proceed to smoke 37 pounds in front of officers to prove a point.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's gotta eat.